Hello and welcome to Nosotros, the podcast about Mexican-American politics, history, cultura, y más, sponsored in part by the Gomez Law Firm. I'm your host, Elaine Ayala, Metro columnist for the San Antonio Express News. My guests today are Nora Canales, widow of Texas Tejano star maker Johnny Canales, and one of their daughters, who both sing, and her name is Envy Canales. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
For driving all the way from Corpus Christi. I know that drive. I like to start the podcast with a little game of this or that. You can take turns.
Okay.
So here we go. Nora, you first.
Okay. Corpus
Christi or Robstown?
Corpus Christi.
¿Verdad?
Yes.
Okay, she approves. KSAB Tejano 99.9 or Retro Tejano 104.1?
KSAB.
You're on KSAB, right?
I love it. It's
Okay.
one of the
All right.
beautiful stations.
All right, you take the next one, MV.
Okay.
Intocable or La Mafia?
Intocable.
Oh, that was pretty good. You were fast enough. Okay, You get the next one.
Oh my gosh.
Little Joey La Familia or
Oh, wow.
David Lee Garza y Los Musicales?
You're killing me. Oh my gosh. No,
That's hard.
I'm sorry. Can I take a tablas? I'm sorry, Lee.
You can't do it.
I can't? What about if I give you some of my water?
No, you're good. You're good. I would pick Little Joe, but I'm partial to
But you know what? It's because Little Joe is the man of his hour, if you can say that. And then you got David Lee Garza. Oh my gosh.
Cici.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's you cannot mix. Well, I don't know. Is the uno's orquesta and the other one's Tejano.
Sí.
You know, kind of like different. It's the same, but
It's the same genre, but slightly different.
You know when you not upgrade, when you what's the word I'm looking for?
Grow.
When you grow, you emerge to something. Every time generations keep getting bigger and bigger, and it's a little change that makes it different, but it's
David
the
Lee
same.
did.
David Lee did it.
That's right. Okay, I want you to take this next one because it's a sensitive one. Selena Quintanilla or Vicky Carr?
Selena Quintanilla.
Of course, you're from Corpus.
Yes.
Is that easy for you too? Okay.
I love Vicky Carr. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
I love her.
Hits are still hits.
Amazing. Still this day. Yes.
Okay, this one's quick. Best Mexican restaurant in Corpus Christi? Andale, dale.
Mi pancita is hard to decide.
I thought maybe the name would be Mi Pancita, which I would go there.
Well,
The old one, the oldest, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly.
They're all good. And we have friends everywhere.
Oh, that's it. You have friends everywhere. You want to be able to show your face. Okay, this one is easy.
Después no me dan gratis.
Corn or flour?
flour.
Corn.
Okay. That was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Fun.
Yes. Well, you put the ice real good.
Um,
I hope Robstown is not mad with me. I love Robstown too. Johnny's like right now saying, te voy a aventar unos cuantos cottons for saying
That's right, because didn't he pick cotton too?
Yes, Robstown was
like Little Joe and so many of them. They started picking cotton.
Yes.
Johnny died June the 12th.
12th.
Tell us, take turns on this one. Tell us how your life is and what's changed since then for you and your daughters.
A lot. I guess all of us that lost somebody that we love, especially as a husband or a wife, or it's like when people say you'll be fine, it'll get better. It doesn't get better. You get used to it, having that pain, and you get used to missing that person that you love so much and that you were there until his last breath. 29 years and a year, 30 years.
Oh my God, Nora.
Yes. So he was my best friend. He was my the love of my life and my inspiration, my teacher, the father of my girls, and my first love, actually. It never gets easy. You just grow stronger in faith. God gives you the understanding and the blessings, because even though he's gone, I have the blessing to reunite friendships. And I can tell you, with Jose Rosario here with me, I've known him ever since the Johnny Canales show. And
you're referring to a guest in our studio today,
Yes.
Jose Rosario Gonzalez, who is
Yeah.
a songwriter, producer.
Loved by everybody. All the artists loved him.
He operates a website that has millions of viewers.
Yes,
So.
yes, very loved, and then it's just been very hard.
How about for you, MV, and your sister?
Well, it's been really rough. I mean, you only get one dad in life, and now I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. Anyways,
How old are you, MV?
I am 24, and turning 25 in October.
And your sister?
She's 25 and will be 26 in February.
And her stage name is Z-E-E, right? Yeah. We've all seen pictures of you in various ages all through your life, because Johnny and Nora kept us up to date with everything you did.
Even when I was pregnant, oh my God, I would come out on the show all gordita with my cheeks very all swollen, typical, pregnancy. But I never said no. Like, I'm there with the...
You were there with Johnny.
all the time.
Well, my deepest condolences on your loss.
Thank you.
It's a loss that we all share, even if we hadn't seen the Johnny Canales show or kept up with the radio show. But most viewers and listeners will know Johnny by his famous slogans.
Yes, ma'am.
My favorite was "You Got It" or "Take It Away." And they know he hosted a long-running music show on television that was picked up all over the country and even in Mexico and other parts of the world.
Yes, ma'am.
But they don't know about his early life. They probably don't know that he himself was a musician.
Yeah.
And tell us that story and take us to what he ended up recording late in life that
Yeah.
involved your daughters.
Well, he has a beautiful story. And there's one of the stories that I love more is when he was a little boy. When he was a little boy, his dad, Don Esteban, used to play the fiddle, el violin. And he taught him how to play the guitar. So they would, in Robstown, it was known because they had so many cantinas at the time, and their bars, right? And
Cantinas were very special places.
You got to understand, that time, men would not drink at home. They would have to go out and drink at a bar. And Spanish bar is cantina. And out of respect of the family at those times, so early times, it was like that. So Johnny and his father, Don Esteban, the father would play the violin and Johnny would play the guitar and he would sing.
And how old was Johnny at this time?
If I'm not mistaken, he was about 6.
Oh, my goodness.
Very early in life. So there are a lot of beautiful stories of him going out, and that's how they would make las pesetas, como decía Johnny. Pesetas, dimes y nickels,
Pesetas or quarters, dimes, nickels.
Nickels, yes. So that's how he started off his career, you could say. Because even if you go a little bit further back, his grandfather used to play the accordion, Don Benito Canales. So his son, Don Esteban, played the violin, and then Johnny played the guitar. And when Johnny was in high school, he started his own little band with his friends there in Robstown High School, if I'm not mistaken. and they would play at the proms, and they would play Johnny Be Good. That was the best one. And he could play that guitar like
I love that song. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then...
Were his brothers also involved in music?
He has brothers and sisters. Most of them, some of them already passed away. Mm-hmm. And some of them are still alive. Very talented family. They have the talent of playing instruments, and some of them sing. Yeah, so they come from a very talented family. So yes.
I remember as a kid listening to his voice. Sometimes I wasn't watching, my parents were watching, but I remember listening to that sound and then take it away. And then he would point to the star, the rising star, or the brand new musician. And they would usually lip sync. And then years later, I'm in journalism and I get to do a story on him. And we're in Harlingen in a nightclub. It's about noon.
Okay.
Dark in there, cameras are on, and he's doing the show.
Yes.
And the Texas Tornadoes closed the show with their then current hit, Hey Baby, ¿Qué pasó? It was big.
Oh, yes.
It was like the height, really, the second height of the Tejano industry. He was able to follow all of that over time. How many years did he do the show, or did he transfer shows to do it on radio?
Well, everything started when he had an orquesta, because Johnny Canales had Johnny Canales' orquesta.
Okay.
So he used to sing, and he wrote his own songs too. He even wrote a song for Agustin Ramirez, and he was the catch. There was the catch. And he, you did that song for Agustin? Dijo, yeah. Dijo, but look, if you think about it, I'm an upcoming orquesta. Dijo, and Agustin Ramirez would play Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, dijo, and 100% sold out all the time. Dice, so I made this corrido for him. And I told him, here, Agustin, this is for you. I wrote it for you. And Agustin loved it. And then he says, okay. Dijo, so what do we do? Dijo, it's yours. Dijo, the only thing that you have to do is take me everywhere you go.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to sing it together. So he toured with Agustin Ramirez.
Oh, my God.
It was a beautiful thing.
What year are we talking about?
I don't...
Is it in the 50s, maybe?
That one you got me already, because...
Okay. I'll have to see when he lived and,
I'm thinking... Probably it was after he came back from Vietnam. I mean, the Vietnam era. He served as he got drafted during the Vietnam era. He served, but he didn't went to Vietnam. He was blessed to go to Germany.
Okay.
They had some soldiers there who were drafted, and then they would take him from there to Vietnam. He was blessed that when he was serving, they left him in Germany. So he was there for 2 years and a half. So he served. So
it was after that,
After that, he came back, and then he got his orquesta, and he would say, I would go all the way to Dallas with Johnny Gonzalez and do a show. I would go to New Mexico and do another show. Dijo, for only one song. See? So he said...
he got to know everybody.
Yes, ma'am. But like anything else, when you start to build a dream, you have to start from zero.
Yeah.
Nothing is given if you don't work for it.
And there was something about your dad that's real funny. He never knew a stranger.
No.
He always made conversations. Like when we traveled from... I'm thinking Corpus Christi to go to Harlingen. I traveled with him and his brother. Everywhere we stopped, every gas station, every place we got a snack or stopped to eat, everybody knew your dad.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. And we experienced that too.
A simple stop of 5 minutes, it will become 30 minutes.
Oh, yes, definitely. a trip that should have taken 2 hours took a lot longer.
Yes.
Because Johnny had friends everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think were his major contributions to the Tejano music industry?
His major contribution? His major contribution was everywhere. His show, when when he came back and saw that the big necessity of having a show representando nuestra raza, you know, everybody had like the Clark show. American
Bandstand.
Bandstand. There you go. So everybody had their home. Even the country music. Everybody had their own little safe haven, you could say. Because remember,
and where Tejano stars could get on, where musicians could go.
Yeah, because there was no social media.
Yes, we didn't have social media.
Okay, you didn't have anything. So Johnny Canales says, you know what? We're missing something here. So he opened the show not only to Tejano, to Norteño, to Grupero, to everybody who needed the help.
All Latino artists.
Yes, he had a heart for everybody because he knew how hard it was to get your song on the radio. If you didn't have a Jose Rosario there, you were done.
And Jose Rosario was with a huge record company, but a lot of people had much smaller record companies, and you wonder if they were ever, cheated and didn't get, custody of their music and such. So it was a hard industry.
It is very hard industry. So Johnny Canales said, you know what? I'm going to make a show that everybody can come and come to my show, and I'm going to start syndicating the show.
Okay,
so I had a dream.
Syndicating the show. The one thing that that people say he was a major contributor to was Selena's career.
Yes.
She was also from Corpus Christi. She went on the show when she was very young. Of course, Mr. Quintanilla would probably disagree with this, but Johnny helped launch her career. Are there others that can contribute, can link their own careers to Johnny's mentorship and support?
I can tell you a lot of artists. I can name you artists because they themselves have said it. Without Johnny, we wouldn't have made it. And I can tell you, La Mafia is one of them. They've been so beautiful. They have such a beautiful heart. They've always said that. Intocable. Jennifer Peña. You go Chely Lares. They all have such beautiful stories.
They were on the road, but that's how they were able to transcend to other audiences that maybe didn't get to see their shows.
The thing is that when they would come to the show, to the Johnny Canales show, when Selena came to the show, that she was only 12 or 13, Johnny Canales was already everywhere, nationwide in Mexico. So for her to come to the show, it was a stepping stone to her career because she didn't have to do so much work to take her music here and there. The show itself will do it. And some radio stations will call the offices and ask for what song was it and who was it and who was the artist and who are they with, who was a label company. So that was a way to show and support talent. He's always believed in talent. He's always believed if you have talent, you have to help people to get where they need to go. And he loved that about his show.
I didn't realize until Johnny's later life how political he also was.
Oh my gosh.
I was there when Maldiff, I think, gave him an award. He was incredible. I thought, my God, he's going to run for office.
Yeah. People would tell him to run for office.
And I remember that when he thanked Maldiff for the award, I think it was a lifetime achievement. He broke down and cried and said Obama was getting elected or had just been elected. He said, I hope I live long enough to see a Latino become president of the United States.
Yes.
Y no se le hizo.
No.
Talk a little bit about his involvement in politics and where he landed on the political spectrum. Que le gustaba, que no le gustaba.
Oh, he loved the candidates who were for La Raza. He'd always felt like our people needed representation. And it didn't matter what color you were. If you were a hardworking citizen, you needed to be heard. And we needed to take somebody in office to get those people elected because we all are together. Being in the Army, he would always say that all his brothers from the 3rd Infantry Division will always be in his heart, you know. And all the brothers and sisters who are serving and served need to be always loved and recognized. So he had a very passionate heart for our soldiers and our lady soldiers and for La Raza. So he would look at the candidate and study him. He toured with Bill Clinton twice. Oh, and I have a beautiful story about that one.
Okay, tell us.
Real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, we have time?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Only Monty will get after me. Everybody else is going to be
sorry,
okay.
Monty. So we had just gotten married, and Bill Clinton was running for office for his second term. Mm-hmm. So Johnny goes, Nora, Beba, and they say that they're going to take me to Harlingen. The Bill Clinton campaign is going to take me to Harlingen. And they go, oh, perfect. They said, but we're going to stop in San Antonio and then Harlingen and I think it was El Paso. So it was kind of
back when all Latinos voted Democrat.
Yes. And then he goes. So he went. He went on that tour. Mm-hmm. So it was in the private jet, you know. Mm-hmm. So he calls me from San Antonio, from here, and he goes, "Beba," I go, "Yes," and I just had gotten my driver's license.
Oh my God, Nora.
I'm sorry. I come from a very strict father.
Oh, and they didn't let you drive?
No, my dad wouldn't let me have boyfriends either.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, so I got away with Johnny. I got it good. And then he calls me, and it's 11 o'clock at night. And I'm by myself because I haven't got my girls. And I'm like watching TV, and I'm just waiting for him to call. And then he calls me and says, I'm not going home tomorrow. I go, what? I go, you've been gone for a day already. You're not coming tonight, and you're not coming tomorrow. Where are you going? They said, well, they invited me to go to Tucson and to New Mexico. So they were going to take him on tour, right?
Yeah. I'm telling you, very, very engaged with the audience.
Yes,
very engaged.
Very. To him was so important to get him reelected.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. But also, él le gusta la gente.
And then he goes, but well, good. Congratulations. This is great news. They said, yeah, but the only problem is I don't have any clothes.
Oh.
They go, oh my God, that is a problem.
And he loved to dress up.
He wanted his jackets.
Yes,
He wanted to change his jackets. So he needed 2 or 3 jackets. Do you know the ones that he would bring?
Gente que tenía muchas.
Well, no, because he would like to change, you know, like different places, you know. So he said he was a little diva.
Oh, of course. I remember.
Yes. So,
and all that fringe. He loved fringe.
And then he married another diva. So we were all about nice, looking good. So he says, you're going to have to bring it to me. You're going to have to drive from Corpus and bring him to me.
To Tucson?
To here, to San Antonio.
You had never driven outside of Corpus?
No, just there, here around the block. And here.
Oh, my God, around the block.
So I get in the car at 3 o'clock in the morning because he was going to have a presentation here when Bill Clinton was here at the Alamo.
Oh, yes, I was there.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I remember.
So I got the clothes for that. So
did you get here okay?
I got here okay. The only thing was that I went the wrong way. The one way.
Because there's a lot of streets.
Yes, but I got here, thank God.
How many jackets did you bring him?
I brought him 3. Mm-hmm. His favorite ones, but I got him 3. So I got his jackets. Everything was good. And then we went to the lobby. And the lady there said, okay, you're going to have to wait here. He's going to go in his limousine because he's going backstage with the president. So you need to wait here. You can't go because you're not in the list. Mm-hmm. This is sweetie, I'm okay. Just as long as they pick me up and whatever's in the list, I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to meet the president, okay?
I know. Of course you did. Of course you did.
So they took me to the underground lobby. you know, where the limousines are, and then we have to wait, and each car was taking the artist there. And I was waiting there, and then I was there about an hour. Yes, I was there for an hour, and then finally I see this tall person.
He was a giant.
And this lady next to him.
Chiquita.
But that wasn't...
It wasn't Hillary?
No, it wasn't Bill, and it wasn't Hillary.
Oh, who was it?
My God, I was speechless, girl. When that celebrity got in front of me, I went like...
Well, tell us, I'm dying.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones.
I got to meet him.
He lives here.
Yeah, well, to me, it's a big thing.
It is a big thing, of course.
So he was the last one. So he took the last limousine. He introduced himself. I introduced myself. I was so nervous, you know. Phones didn't have cameras at the time. I didn't bring my Polaroid. So he takes off, and then I'm there with nobody, and I'm looking for my ride. I don't know where to go, and then I got out of there like because I get panic attacks. I get those claustrophobic things, and I start looking for the girl. So I ran out. I'm only about 24 years old, and I ran out of there like I was 16, you know. And I found the lady going towards the crowd. I'm like, "Hey, you forgot me. Where's my ride? I need to go back to Johnny." And then she goes like, "Well, tough luck. You do whatever you want." They go, "I don't have anything to go backstage." They go, "Well, that's your problem now."
Wow.
Have you been waiting all these years to
and
tell
I
these
told
stories to the public?
Nobody knows about it.
A grievance.
And then I was like, what do? I wanted to cry because I was there alone, and not alone. There was like thousands and thousands of people. But where do I go? Nobody knew me. I'm just the wife of Johnny Canales. You know what I mean? And then I said, okay. So I said, well, I'll go see him from way back there.
There were a lot of people there.
Oh, you couldn't.
No.
You couldn't.
Thousands and thousands.
Even if you would water and try to fill water, infiltrate water through there, it would be very hard.
Yeah.
So a lady told me, "Hey, le dije, oh, hi." Le dijo, "Hi." Le dije, "This is beautiful." He said, "Yes." You know, le dije, "Do you know how I can go back there?" And then she goes like, "Oh, like back there?" Le digo, "My husband is Johnny Canales." They said, "Oh, really?"
Oh, everybody knows.
They said, "You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be backstage." Le digo, "I know, but they left me behind." I feel so alone. And then she goes like, "Ah." And she goes to the second person in front of her. And she goes, "Excuse me, she's Johnny Canales' wife and she needs to go to the front. Can you pass her?" "Oh, sure."
Oh, they passed you all the way to the front?
And then the lady goes, "Excuse me, sir, she's Johnny Canales' wife. Can you pass her?"
And you got all the way to the front.
The people were incredible. San Antonio, I love you. You all were my heroes because they took me from the very back, oh my God, to the very front. One by one.
Did you finally see Johnny and
not only that?
Oh,
when I was in
Here's
front,
the big finish.
Yeah,
yes, this
I'm
is
excited.
the best part. This is the best part.
Okay.
You will not believe what happened. You want to know?
Yes.
Okay.
We're dying.
You're dying. So I see Tommy Lee Jones and his girlfriend on stage. It was not even his wife. And I felt so betrayed because I was Johnny's wife.
That's right.
And they couldn't leave me. I mean, what was wrong with me?
See,
you know?
You probably weren't cleared, just on the,
on the safe side.
Yes, you never know.
So I said, I would start waving at Johnny. So Johnny couldn't see me. And then the people would start like, everybody started going like this and pointing at me. And then Johnny saw me. And he goes, "What are you doing there?" He goes, "What are you doing there?" Like, "I don't know." And then he goes like, "Well, come on." He goes, "I can't. They don't let me go there." He said, "Wait a minute." So he called this security that was with them on tour on the plane. So he goes, and then I just see the security coming, and he goes like, "Miss Canales?" Digo, "Yes." He said, "Come here." And he's about 6'4", 6'5". I'm only 5'3". So he goes, "Right here." So he grabs me, picks me up, pulls me
on stage.
No, he crossed the fence, little fence that's there. So he puts me to the other side, and the people started clapping and shouting. It was just a beautiful moment for me. Aww. It was just amazing. San Antonio took care of me. And he took me backstage, and I was able to meet the President of the United States.
Wow, good story.
Wasn't it beautiful? The applause, please.
Oh.
No, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful story because I was able to meet the President, and it was just amazing. Wow. But he was very into politics. The right people. He backed up the Congressman Salomon Ortiz for 27 years. Yeah. Congressman Hinojosa here, Henry Cuellar. We can go down the list. Johnny was a big fan of people.
Of Democratic leadership.
Yes.
Okay, so now, what's next for you and for your daughters? Tell us about the... First of all, I have to say that what I knew about Johnny is that he was, even though he didn't get a higher education degree, very much supported.
He graduated from high school.
From high school. Mm-hmm. But he very much supported the cause of higher education for young Latinos. So both you and your sister are graduates now?
Yeah, we're both graduates of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Shagasa.
Okay.
And she graduated from general business, and I graduated with media production. So, a lot of people growing up was like, are y'all going to sing? Are you going to do this? And we're like, whoa, hold on. I'm still in, high school. I'm still in this. And, my parents were like, sorry. They were very like, no, first get your degree, stick with it, because, some people when they're in the university or college, they like to take a year off. Like, I'm going to take a year from high school to the college, and so I could take a break. No, it was like jump. While I was like the end of high school, applied to A&M, got in. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, once you get your degree, free range, whatever you want. But you need your degree because you have something to fall back on, because that's what you need. And my dad was like, yeah, whatever. Actually, I was there with the Hazelwood Act, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
So
good for you.
No, everything was. We only spent like 2 years in public school, and that was what I was like in kindergarten, first grade, and my sister, And the rest was Catholic schools, like Old PH Academy.
Oh,
Bishop
Johnny
Garriga.
liked Catholic schools.
Yes.
Okay,
John
good for
Paul.
y'all.
He was a little deacon. I mean, he was a usher. What do you call those?
Altar
A
boy.
deacon.
Altar boy.
An altar boy. Oh,
He was
fun.
Yeah. And he really did like, whenever the church asked for like fundraisers, he would bring bands, and, they would play for free or whatnot, like just as a donation sort of.
Signo would love to do those because he would like to sit down. Jesse Turner would sit down with Johnny and talk with Johnny. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, he's very
awesome.
nice. Yes.
Okay, so you're launching a career, or what? Tell me what this first song that was recorded with your father. What year was this when you recorded this?
Oh my gosh, this was back in. How old was I? I think 2021. Mm-hmm. About so, yeah, I got confused because like the whole band did go, those years. But yeah, we went and we recorded with Machi, Roro, Ryan, and
La Machi from the singer.
Mm-hmm. And it actually was very fun.
What's the name of the song?
It's called Lo de Nosotros. Actually, that one was written by. Was it Johnny Herrera?
Mm-hmm.
And
people can find it on YouTube.
Apple Music. It's we went through CD Baby, to take care of all that.
And I love how we hear your voice also, and we hear Johnny's voice, of course. He's the first one you hear singing, but his words as well. And so congratulations on that. Are you hoping to launch a career in Tejano music or music in general?
Yeah, actually, my sister, she loves rock, and she has like that good rock metal voice. So she really wants to pursue a singing career in that.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more country, so the joke growing up was we have a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I like country and I like pop. I like that country pop.
I think your dad would approve.
I hope. I'm just kidding. No, he would. He was really open to that stuff. And so, yeah, I would like to pursue a career in singing. I also have a deep love for film. Mm-hmm. So, like in college, in university, we did about like 2 or 3 short films, and they were so fun, staying up till like 1 a.m. or even later. So, yeah, I really want to pursue like directing and filmmaking, all that stuff. So,
how about for you, Nora? What do you want to do next?
Well, Johnny would always say that that he was preparing me to pass on the baton, because he believed that helping the artist was very important. And a good friend of mine told me, "You earned it. Don't let nobody take that away from you." Mm-hmm. And I believe him. And I'm going to run with it, with this beautiful advice. And my girls are very supportive. So we do have plans. We're talking to people. 2025 is going to be very different from all my years. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be very hard. I'm not saying I'm going to be filling those shoes or those boots. I can't. Mm-hmm. I will not even attempt to do so.
Well, tell us what you want to do. Do you want to do radio? Do you want to do production? Do you want to be a manager? What is it?
Well, there's a lot of beautiful things. With radio, I've been working with Magic 104.9 in Corpus Christi with the Lopez family. So I've done radio already. Mm-hmm. My girls already set me up for a bobcast too. So they want for me to do that also. And yes, we're planning, there's plans for a show.
Okay.
There's plans for a show. I can't tell you much because it's still like when you have an idea and you're working on it. So we don't know how it's going to end.
So I have to ask you a question that will be difficult for you, and I understand completely if you can't answer it and prefer not to, but it's my job to at least bring it up, right? Mm-hmm. So, as you're aware, there's a woman by the name of Castillo, Sylvia Ann Castillo. I believe she lives in Virginia. And she has filed a temporary injunction, I guess that was last year, that has prevented you from moving forward on Johnny's estate. And I wonder if you want to address that legal issue or say something on behalf of you and your daughters.
It's hard. It's a very hard question because I can't answer that because of the situations that we're in. Like you said, it's legal. My best answer to you would be let my lawyer answer that for me. And that's about it.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to end on a more positive note because I don't know this story.
Which one?
Your love story. How did you meet Johnny? I mean, I have to say you're a lot younger than him.
Yes.
Mucho más.
Mucho más, sí.
So how did you you're from Corpus, so
no.
You're not from Corpus. Okay, no. Where did y'all meet? How did all that happen?
I'm actually, I was born in Carrizo Springs.
Oh my God.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Wildcats. And I was raised in Eagle Pass, the Eagles. Yes, ma'am.
Right on the border.
Yes, right on the border with Piedras Negras. I love Piedras Negras. Shout out to all the people from Piedras Negras and Eagle Pass here in San Antonio. It's probably 70% or 80% of San Antonio.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of people from here.
Of course.
Including the women of the Vanderpute family.
Oh, good.
Who's early, Senator Vanderpute, whose family comes from that part.
Yes, we're very proud in the border. We're very proud people, and we ended up moving to Corpus. My sisters and I, of course. My dad very restricted. Oh my gosh, he sent my brothers with us. And my mother to make sure that we stayed in a house, make sure that everything was good to go. So at that time I was working at Hager's doing pants. And
you were a seamstress?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I come from a hard-working family. I was a migrant worker at the time with my parents. And we have beautiful homes, but it had to be done by work. And I have nothing but good memories. And when we moved to Corpus, my sisters and I, one of my sisters was going to college, and we were supporting her, paying her college, and then the other one was going to support the other one. You know how it goes.
Yes, of course.
She was magnificent, so she got straight A's. So we went out to celebrate. We never drank or smoked or anything like that. So the only thing we did was go dance. So we were looking for a place. It was Wednesday night.
How old were you?
I was 22 at the time. Just turned 22. And then we went to this place called the Casa Blanca, Casa Grande, I don't remember. It was a nightclub. And I think, if I remember correctly, Albert Zamora was playing. And I had just turned 21.
Okay.
We were there, and they wouldn't let me in because they didn't believe that I was 21. They thought I was fake ID. But long story short, they wrote a big M on me, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. For mine, that's fine. I don't drink anyway, so that's okay. As long as I can drink a Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, anything, that's good. So we go in, and I am serious. I was exhausted because we would get up at 4 o'clock so we could go work. We need to be there by 5:45. So every morning it was at 4 o'clock we would wake up. So we got there, and I just felt somebody come behind me and go like, hey, you want to go dance? I'm like, it was a big guy. It was like, no, thank you. They said, I have a friend that wants to meet you. They go, oh, okay. So he leaves, right? And then Johnny comes along.
Did you know who he was?
At the time when he was like, he patted me on the back and says, hey. And I turn around and I go like, oh, yes, I did. I know who he was. And then the tall guy was there and says, that's my friend. And Johnny turned around and looked at him like, huh? Okay, yes, bato, mucho gusto, you know? So he goes like, my name is, le dije, I know. Dijo, Johnny Canales. Le dije, I know who you are. Dijo, you are? Le dije, Nora Perez. Dijo, Nora Perez. And then my sisters were with me. And he goes like, you are so beautiful. Le digo, thank you. So he says, I would like to talk to you. I would like to meet you more. Le dije, okay. Dijo, would you like to sit down? Le dije, of course. So we sat down and we started talking, and it was just, he was telling me that he had just come from Chicago. He just arrived, and that he was there to be up kind of like a judge for a grito contest. And that he was very exhausted. And then I said, well, me too. They said, well, what do you do? I work at Hager's. And then he goes like, oh, in Robstown? And he, yeah. And I said, oh, I got good friends over there. And he, oh, okay, cool. So, long story short, it's time to present the grito contest. And he goes, ¿qué creen? Dijo, estoy enamorado, estoy flechado.
Oh, God, he's such...
He said that he met the most beautiful woman in the world.
Of course. What a move.
Oh, my God. I fell for it for 30 years.
So how long before you got married?
A year.
Okay.
It was
so
pretty quick.
To work for about a year.
He was quick. He was a charmer.
But he announces to the whole audience that he just met.
Yes, to everybody, and everybody clapped. And he made me do the grito contest.
Oh, so you were all, did you win?
No.
Okay.
I'm so bad at doing it. So not even because I met Johnny gave me the $50 win. I could have bought a pair of shoes, you know.
That's a beautiful story.
No, that was beautiful. He asked me to be his girlfriend right there and then with a rose.
Wow.
And he says, if you accept this rose, it means that you're my girlfriend.
Wow, it's like The Bachelors or something.
I don't know. Before he even started, because there was no Bachelor.
No, pero right there.
And then I said, well, if
se entregó.
Le dije, if I accept it, that means yes. Dijo, yeah. Le dije, well, yes and no.
Oh.
Dijo, yes and no. Dijo, there's no yes and no. Either it's yes or is it no. Le digo, well, Johnny, le digo, yes. Le digo, yes, because you are so amazing. Le digo, you're such a beautiful person. I wasn't looking at the celebrity. I was looking at the person in front of me, the man that I saw. How he treated me, how he came across, just amazing. I mean, he swept me off my feet right there and then.
Of course.
And then I told that man, no, because you are very well known. And you might get so many girls anytime you want to. You're just so loving. I don't think you have a problem in that area. And he goes like, so if I accept this, it means that you're not going to play with me.
Oh, God, I love it.
You're going to
laying down rules right away. God.
Well, he came on strong. I had to come back strong. And,
yes.
And I told him, honest truth, as we say, I'm a virgin. I never, nothing like that.
Okay. I love how you just announced
I'm sorry.
In mass media.
I'm sorry. It's what you asked me, and I'm telling you what it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And I think that... I'm sorry. I come from a rancho.
Yes.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, you lay it out like it is. If you like it, fine. If not, there's the highway.
Wow.
And,
Nora, I never expected
I'm sorry.
that kind of response, but I love it.
It's the truth. I mean, I'm sorry. That's the...
that it's not even rated X. It's so honest.
No, it's honest truth. If you need to beep it, that's fine.
Well, okay. I don't think I've ever closed a show with that kind of declaration, but thank you.
But no, let me tell you, that was the beginning of a beautiful marriage.
And it lasted
at
for
29 years. Mm-hmm. And we got 2 beautiful girls.
You're a lucky woman.
Well, I was very blessed.
And good luck with everything that's going on. I'll keep in touch and see what happens.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can watch the video version of Nosotros on YouTube and listen to it anywhere you get your podcast. My Metro column appears every Wednesday and Friday in the Express News. And if you want to reach me, my email address is eayala@express-news.net. Thanks for watching and see you next time on Nosotros.